Hi, I'm Raya, and this is going to be a general reading for Scorpio. For whatever placement resonates with you, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, even Mars, I'd say. If that, I personally find a lot of resonance in my Mars sign reading. Ooh, it came right out. So we're going to talk about where you're at or where you're coming from. And then the bottom row will be where you're going. And then I'll get an archetype card to kind of talk about like maybe some advice or an extra message. We'll see. All right. What's coming out for Scorpio today? So we start off with the Page of Materials, the Ten of Voices, the Knight of Emotions, the Wheel, the Three of Inspiration, Seven of Voices, the Chariot, Four of Voices, Seven of Inspiration, and Justice. It's a High Priestess at the bottom. Okay, let's see. Alright, so where you're at or where you're coming from, where you've been. With the first three cards right here, I feel like you were trying really hard to fit into a situation that wasn't meant for you. The way that her dress is all covered in roses, like she was really trying to fit in. She was really trying to. It feels like you took on a new personality, or you. And I'm not sure if this is a work situation or a romantic situation. That's going to apply differently because it is a general reading. However it resonates in your life, though. But it just wasn't working. It was painful for you. It was exhausting. It hurt. And as soon as you started to it feels like as soon as you started to realize this, and as soon as you started to kind of do your own thing and be playful, be who you were, the Knight of Emotions, it's a watery card. It's, you're a water sign. I feel like you really stepped into who you are, or jumped in, even the way this horse is like splashing in the puddle. Just jumped right into, and that caused something to change. That caused a big change. And this could be something you're going through right now, or time is weird and not linear. But whenever you jumped into being yourself and said, I'm not going to try to pretend to be someone else anymore, like things rapidly started shifting for you. And with the Three of Inspiration here, I think you're really starting to see that change. You're seeing the domino effect of making that one change, of jumping into what felt authentic to you. And you're still waiting to see where that might lead. It feels like you're optimistic about it, though. It feels like sometimes this feels a little unknown. Like you don't know what's coming in. You don't know where this trail is going to lead. But it feels a hell of a lot better than just being in pain and exhausted all the time from trying to be something you weren't. At least here, you know you're going to feel like yourself. You're going to feel like you're on the right path, even if you don't know where it's leading. All right, so for where you're headed, I guess we're going to see where it's leading. We have the Seven of Voices, the Chariot, the Four of Voices, the Seven of Inspiration, and Justice. And this it looks like you're going to rapidly be leaving behind anything that... There's a lot of fast movement here. It looks like you're going to be leaving behind, like you're going to see through any deception that tries to come in. What, you know, if it's someone like trying to deceive you, or if it's maybe some self-deception, you're going to see right through it. I think you're going to start healing and standing your ground. Those are all very, like, I'm trying to look for the deeper meaning. That's the very basic meaning, but I'm trying to, you know, make a story out of it. I'm going to take 1 second to do that. The way that this Seven of Voices, so this looks like very closed off. There's like that, I don't know how to focus it. Oh, come on, focus. Well, there's like that one door in the center, and that's your only option. Like, it's very pointed. It's very, you have to go this way. And I think you're going to see that that's not true, because in all of the rest of these cards, it's like opening up. Like there's all this energy coming from her core. You're seeing things. There's nothing limiting about the rest of these cards. Like you're literally opening a new door to where you want to go. And then in this justice card, to finish it out, like you're completely transforming. You're shedding the old skin and opening up to something completely new. You're leaving behind any sort of limiting beliefs, and you're moving towards I wanted to be more specific than this, but it just won't stop playing in my head. Whatever you want in life, you're headed towards it with these cards here. And then with the High Priestess, it's literally like wherever your intuition guides you, you can go there. You need to move away from any limiting beliefs you have about yourself or about the situation. And you're going to harness all your energy towards healing. And then once you do that, once you take that time for yourself, like a whole bunch of new possibilities are going to open up for you. I don't even want to say a whole bunch of new possibilities are going to open up for you. With the way this card is, like, you are going to open up a bunch of new possibilities for yourself. In whatever form that takes. Like, you're going to make sure you get what you want. And with the Justice card here at the end, that really solidifies that for me. I'm actually noticing something on this card I've never noticed before. This little figure here, I'm not even sure. Yeah, it shows up barely though. Like, you can choose to walk through this door anytime you want. And I think you'll do it when you're ready. This really feels like you becoming your most authentic self, your most authentic self, and letting that guide you to where you want to be. This isn't the whole story. You know? This is just the next step. Where are you going to take this story? I'm going to pull an archetype card to get some advice or a further message for you. Let's see where this leads. Please give me an archetype card for Scorpio. An archetype card for Scorpio, please. The Siren. Oh, let me put this up here. And then underneath we have the Threshold. Okay. This card could not be more perfect for Scorpio. Not only is it watery, but it's also about like not being afraid to deep dive into whatever you need to deep dive into. I want these to focus. To heal. It's about really going within to the dirty, dark stuff that so many people try to avoid so that you can find out who you are, who you truly are, so that you can integrate your shadow side and your light side, so that you can take the things that you might not like about yourself or the things that you had been trying to hide and integrate them and become you deserve better than to hide from yourself, and the darkest parts of ourselves are still parts of ourselves. They are parts of ourselves that helped us to survive, parts of ourselves that helped us to get out of or to make it through a tough situation. I guess I'll share a little bit about my own mental health journey, very briefly. Basically, I've, dealt with a lot of depression and anxiety throughout my life. And then a few years ago, I didn't feel it anymore, but like it was still manifesting in my body a lot. Like I was tired a lot. I was sore a lot. But what happened, I've recently, within the last few months, realized like I was angry that my depression and anxiety had kept me from doing so many things in life. So instead of like integrating those things, I basically bullied them. I was like, I'm not gonna, like, I got angry and I got mad and I was like, I'm not letting you affect me anymore. So I just pushed those feelings down and I thought I had healed from them. But in reality, what I had done was just bullied them into suppression. So all of those things were still affecting my body. I didn't have the anxious spiraling as much. I still had it a little bit, but it had like 90% gone. So I've been trying to integrate those things, and like that anxiety existed to protect me from dangerous situations I had been in the past. And I was basically just like, I don't need you anymore. So I've tried to integrate those things by being like, when I start having anxious thoughts, I say, thank you for bringing that to my attention. I'm going to handle it. And then I'll do what I need to do to handle whatever's making me feel anxious, whether that's make a new plan or, decide that like, maybe I don't need to be anxious about that. And these are the reasons why. So that's my own, sorry, I went on a tangent about myself, but I think you will find similar ways. It's going to look different for everyone, but to integrate things that you've been ashamed of or that you've been angry at about yourself, recognize that those things helped you, and recognize and try to accept how they can still help you. And when you do that, you're going to just cross right over into this threshold. Like, look at this. You're going to push through, because you're going to like literally push through, because you're going to have all of the power that's ingrained in this like cosmic egg here. All of those things helped you. And if you're angry you felt that way, or sad that you felt that way, or embarrassed or ashamed, like dig deep to find out how you can integrate those things and how you can make them work for you. Not work for you, work with you. Because that is a part of yourself. It's not a separate entity. We like to think of our darker sides, or the things that are negative, quote unquote, habits or traits, as a different part of us. But they're part of us, and we can use them to become the best and most complete version of ourselves. Okay, Scorpio, that is what I have for you today. Thank you, and I hope this helps.